3 to 4 years ago, we start to try to implement some sustainability feature in our design, and we realized that at that time we received so many different information, so we were not able to really analyze the information and to really establish what will be the best product for us. So we wanted something more user-friendly and something that we would be able to compare really the information between products.
We've been working very hard for 3 years now, looking through all new products on the market to select better our materials for construction at McGill. We work this way with some students helping us in working with manufacturers and developing a whole table. And so this table was getting very big and hard to manage and keep up to date. So then we decided to apply for the Sustainability Working Fund, a project fund, sorry, that did finance the project of doing a website that's going to really facilitate our way of selecting materials. We do spend a lot of money in buying materials for construction projects, so we wanted to find a way to help really seeing through all these new materials and do the best choices in terms of environment and cost.
Each project manager can run from 10 to 30 projects, each at different stage of the construction phase. Some are in tenders, some are in design, some are in construction, some are in closing. So we could be managing at one time, like I said, 10 to 30 projects. So as an average, let's say 20, so you have 9 project managers, so that's about 180 projects. They vary. They can go as low as the hundreds of dollars to millions. Our department, facilities management, we manage project up to 5 million, but you will have time where you will have projects that are over 5 million that are still managed by us.
We worked with the Office of Sustainability to find which criteria we were going to look at and how are we going to weight these criteria to really maximize and find the best choices on the market.
Mainly I worked on the design of the website, on the visual identity and the functionality of the site. I did some research on the criteria of durability and certifications. I also worked on the categorization of products, and finally I contacted manufacturers to get their feedback, introduce the project, and get them to participate.
There's some pretty basic math to allow us to create average scores across product categories, so there's not like, McGill hasn't sort of set a default standard that products have to reach towards in order to get a score. All the products are compared within a group, and the bigger that group is, a smaller group, the ratings change, so it's all relative to an average, which is so that we can compare two like products and select the one that's more sustainable. Not necessarily that it's a certain standard of sustainability, but it's more sustainable than the other products in that group. That's the main objective of the project. And we worked with the criteria that McGill had developed in-house, and our challenge in managing this project was to make those criteria objective and to be able to create a calculation that would allow us to compare like products.
Working on the categorization of products was a challenge because we had to create categories that would allow like products to be compared without being too specific and lose the purpose of the website. So to help us in doing that, we contacted specialists in the industry, and I also worked with architects here at McGill to help us create the categorization that would work.
really hoping that this will help us to analyze and choose what will be the best product for us, for the application that we have here at McGill.
All our external architects, our internal architects, and even project managers can now use this site, and it's going to reduce some of the work that we had to do internally in looking through all the binders and trying to see what is best for us.
Well, I definitely hope it's going to make the designers and the architects be more aware when they make choices and make them more critical about products that are sold as being green.
We hope we're going to have other institutions using it, and so it's going to put pressure onto the manufacturers to put their products onto that website.
So this allows for manufacturers to see also what other manufacturers are producing and how their products compare. So I'd suggest you take a look at the framework for analysis to get more information on learning on how this site actually works. We've tried to be as transparent as possible so that people could understand where the rating comes from. There's a learning objective in all this. It is a university after all, so I definitely advise you to take a look at that.